Hi, this is Alan from Alpus Group, and I'm going to talk to you today about 157 distressed properties that are identified throughout the UK. We get them on regular circulation lists, and I can go through these with you because these are all available mostly to cash purchasers, because a lot of them are not mortgageable. For various reasons. Some of them may be uninhabitable or have been damaged, but I'll go through each of them, and if there's anything of interest, or if there's anything similar of interest, then you can call me. I'll give you my contact details at the end of the video. There's a 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in St John, East Lindsey, East Midlands, £115,000. This has got low EPC, that's the distress on it. 3-bedroom apartment for sale in Crusader House in Nottingham, East Midlands, £199,995 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Boggy in South Derbyshire, East Midlands, £115,000. It's got a low EPC. This looks quite a nice house here. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Shepton in Nottingham, East Midlands, £110,000. It's a repossession. 2-bedroom terraced house for sale in High Street, Amber Valley, East Midlands, £75,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Amber Valley, East Midlands, £100,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom detached bungalow for sale in Broad Street in South Holland, East Midlands, £170,000 to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Main Street in Northamptonshire, East Midlands, £255,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom terraced house for sale in Brick Lane, High Peak, East Midlands, £150,000, low EPC. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in High Peak in the East Midlands, £115,000. It's got a low EPC. 4-bedroom terraced house for sale in Churchgate in East Cambridgeshire, East of England, £250,000, cash buyer only. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Manor Close in Bedford, East of England, £235,000 for a quick sale. It looks in pretty poor condition there. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Carnarvon Road in Tendring, East of England, £85,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Breckland, East of England, £190,000, cash buyer. Studio flat for sale in Studio 138, Block D, in Luton, East of England, £80,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Joiners Field in Harlow, East of England, £200,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Somerville, Peterborough, East of England, £83,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Duncan Close, Welwyn, in Welwyn Hatfield, East of England, £170,000. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Guernsey Road in Norwich, East of England, £180,000 to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom property for sale in Park Road, Southend-on-Sea, East of England, £200,000, cash buyer. 4-bed semi-detached house for sale in East Suffolk, Lowestoft. I think I looked at this one a bit earlier. £290,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in 127 West Road, Rochford, East of England, £90,000. It's on a short lease, so not mortgageable. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Woodrose Lodge, Lupin, Chelmsford, East of England, £150,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. 2-bedroom maisonette for sale in Delius Way, Thurrock, East of England, £180,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Shelbourne Road, Haringey, London, £250,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Bourne Avenue, Hayes, Hillingdon, London, £185,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom maisonette for sale in Chiltern Drive, Kingston upon Thames, London, £250,000, cash buyer. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Sunderstood Road, Croydon, London, £235,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom maisonette for sale in Kings Hill, Hillingdon, London, £175,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Elmer's End Road, Bromley, London, £180,000 cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Hartslock Drive, Bexley's, sold subject to contract at £195,000, but you never know, sometimes these things don't go through. 2 bedrooms maisonette for sale in Green Lane, Redbridge, Surrey, London, £200,000 cash buyer. 1-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Kingston upon Thames, £590,000, that's a repossession. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Margate Road, Lambeth, London, £675,000, that's a repossession. 1-bedroom retirement property for sale in Flat 34, Barnet, London, £50,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. Studio flat for sale in Holloway Road, Holloway, Islington, London, £220,000, cash buyer required. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Wandsworth High Street, Wandsworth, London, £225,000, cash buyer. Studio flat for sale in Holloway Road, Holloway, Islington, London, £250,000, cash buyer only. 1-bedroom flat for sale in 5 Spencer Way, London, Borough of Tower Hamlets, £260,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom flat for sale in Clapham Common, South, London, £575,000, that's short lease, so not mortgageable. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Tanner Close in Brent, London, £290,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Parsons Green in Croydon, £300,000, cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Park Hill, Carshalton, Surrey, Sutton area, London, £190,000 for a quick sale. 2-bedroom maisonette for sale in Bedford Close in Barnet, London, £250,000, cash buyer required. 1-bedroom flat for sale in 502 Hodgson House, 26, not sure what the road is. I can tell you all this if you're interested. Tower Hamlets, London, £270,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Canhill Road, Waltham Forest, London, £300,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Wynyard Road, Stockton-on-Tees in the northeast, £250,000 for a quick sale. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Gateshead in the northeast, £115,000, that's a repossession. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Willow Close, Northumberland in the northeast, £95,000, that's low EPC is the form of distress. 3-bedroom bungalow for sale in Barmpton Lane, Darlington in the northeast, £265,000, this is low EPC. 3-bedroom flat for sale in Derby Street, Jarrow, South Tyneside in the northeast, £19,000, cash buyer only, must be very poor condition. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast, £25,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast, £140,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom apartment for sale, Cliff Cottages, Redcar and Cleveland in the northeast, £249,950, that's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom cottage for sale in Lesbury, Alnwick, Northumberland in the northeast, £300,000, that's got a low EPC. 3-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Middlesbrough, northeast, £70,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Northumberland in the northeast, £80,000, that's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Salisbury Street, Gateshead in the northeast, £70,000, it's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom ground floor flat for sale in Rectory Road in Gateshead, northeast, £55,000, that's a repossession. 3-bedroom cottage for sale in Cottage in Eden in the northwest, £175,000, it's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Brathy Place in Bury in the northwest, £105,000. It's a repossession. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Salford Broadway, Salford in the northwest, £229,950, cash buyer only. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Trafford in the northwest, £265,000, cash buyer only. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Bury Street, Salford in the northwest, £90,000 with repossession. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Great Mersey, Liverpool in the northwest, £70,000. It's water damaged. 3-bedroom townhouse for sale in Great Mersey, Liverpool, northwest, £40,000, fire damaged. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Manchester in the northwest, £220,000, cash buyer required. 3-bedroom ended terraced house for sale in Liverpool, northwest, £70,000, water damaged. 3-bedroom townhouse for sale in Great Mersey in Liverpool in the northwest, £40,000, cash buyer only. 2-bedroom terraced house for sale in Ways Green, Cheshire West and Chester, northwest, £135,000. It's got a low EPC. 3-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Chorley in the northwest, £64,995, cash buyer only. Studio flat for sale in X1 Town Hall, Salford, northwest, £105,000, cash buyer only. 2-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in South Ribble in the northwest, £110,000 to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Henshaw, Oldham, northwest, £120,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Salford Broadway, Salford in the northwest, £169,500 to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Elton in Liverpool in the northwest, £50,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Chapelside Close, Warrington in the northwest, £99,950 to a cash buyer. 4-bedroom terraced house for sale in Newton in Fylde in the northwest, £100,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Salford Broadway, Salford in the northwest, £169,950 to a cash buyer. 4-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Arnside in Sefton, northwest, £230,000 to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Lingfield, Trafford, northwest, £149,000. That's a repossession. 3-bedroom detached house for sale in Cheshire West and Chester in the northwest, £195,000. It's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom flat for sale in City Point 1 in Salford, northwest, £200,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Ancoats, Manchester, northwest, £300,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in 11 High Holme Street, Inverclyde, Scotland, £1,000. That's been fire damaged, must have been severely. 2-bedroom chalet for sale in Williams Grove in Fife, Scotland, £120,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Hawthorne Gardens, Worthing, South East, £100,000. It's got a short lease, so not mortgageable. 2-bedroom flat for sale in 6 Riverside Wharf, Dartford, South East, £210,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in the Hub in central Milton Keynes in South East, £220,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Uffer Road, Worthing, South East, £250,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Priory Road in Fareham, South East, £300,000. It's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Winterthur Way, Basingstoke and Dean in the South East, £175,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Upper Street, Sevenoaks in the South East, £175,000. It's got a short lease, so not mortgageable. 2-bedroom park home for sale in Edgeley Park in Guildford in the South East, that's £43,500, cash buyer. 2-bedroom park home for sale in Edgeley Park, Guildford, South East, £65,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Gunwharf Quays, Portsmouth, £120,000 to a cash buyer. 1-bedroom flat for sale in Orham Close, Hawley in Mole Valley in the southeast, £120,000. This is a short lease, so not mortgageable. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in Missenden in Slough in the southeast, £185,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom flat for sale in Pier Street, Gosport in the southeast, £185,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Portsmouth, Hampshire, southeast, £250,000. This has got a low EPC. 2-bedroom townhouse for sale in Causeway in Cherwell in the southeast, £200,000, cash buyer. 1-bedroom apartment for sale in High Patch Road, Guildford, southeast, £200,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Test Valley, southeast, £160,000. It's got a low EPC. Block of apartments for sale in West End Road, Southampton, southeast. It's got a short lease. It's only £40,000, but obviously it's not mortgageable. 2-bedroom terraced house for sale in High Street, Worthing, southeast, £300,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom house for sale in South Hill Road, Medway, southeast, £180,000. It's got a low EPC. 9-bedroom block of apartments for sale in Eton in Thanet in the southeast, £340,000. That's a repossession. 2-bedroom flat for sale in Commercial Street. This is in Cornwall in the southwest, £100,000. It's got a low EPC. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Avon, Tewkesbury, southwest, £160,000, cash buyer. 5-bedroom detached house for sale in Wyndham Road in Plymouth, southwest, £220,000, cash buyer required. 3-bedroom end of terrace house for sale in Torbay in the southwest, £150,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in North Somerset in the southwest, £200,000, cash buyer. Plot for sale, planning granted for a 2-bedroom house in Bristol in the southwest, £90,000. That's a repossession. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Plymouth, southwest, £110,000. That's a cash buyer. 2-bedroom detached bungalow for sale in Ram Hill in South Gloucestershire, £199,950, cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Treverabin, Cornwall, southwest, £200,000, cash buyer required. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Tainbridge in the southwest, £275,000. That's got a low EPC. 2-bedroom character property for sale in Culver, Forest of Dean in the southwest, £230,000, cash buyer required. 3-bedroom end of terrace house for sale in Cork Street in Bath and North East Somerset, southwest, £270,000, cash buyer. 2-bedroom detached house for sale in Bussage in Stroud, southwest, £280,000, cash buyer. 3-bedroom terraced house for sale in Caerphilly in Wales, £80,000. That's a repossession. 3-bedroom detached house for sale in Basset in Carmarthenshire in Wales, £260,000. It's got a low EPC. Detached house for sale in former Queen Street in Blaenau, Gwent, Wales, £50,000. That's water damaged. Detached house for sale in former Queen Street, Blaenau, Gwent, Wales, £50,000, water damaged. 2-bedroom end of terrace house for sale in Warwick, West Midlands, £210,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Warwick, West Midlands, £210,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom cottage for sale in Corley, Ludlow, Shropshire, West Midlands, £250,000, cash buyer. 4-bedroom detached bungalow for sale in Lichfield in the West Midlands, £325,000. That's a repossession. 2-bedroom maisonette for sale in Tile Cross Road, Birmingham, West Midlands, £115,000. That's to a cash buyer. 3-bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Rachel Road, Birmingham, West Midlands, £180,000 to a cash buyer. 2-bedroom apartment for sale in Harvey Road, Wychavon, West Midlands, £85,000, short lease, so not mortgageable. 1 bedroom end of terraced house for sale, Wyre Forest, West Midlands, £120,000 for a quick sale. 2 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Masters Road in Dudley, West Midlands, £125,000 for a quick sale. 2 bedroom flat for sale in 83 Arosa Drive, Birmingham, West Midlands, £140,000. It's got a short lease, so not mortgageable. 4 bedroom terraced house for sale in St George's in Coventry, West Midlands, £150,000, cash buyer. Land for sale in Church Street, Kempsey, Worcester, West Midlands, £46,000. It's a repossession. 3 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Birmingham in the West Midlands, £240,000 for a quick sale. 1 bedroom apartment for sale in Byfield Rise in Worcester, West Midlands, £115,000. It's got Japanese knotweed, so it's not mortgageable, but you can treat that. 3 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Birmingham, West Midlands, £130,000. It's got a short lease, so not mortgageable. 2 bedroom detached house for sale in Upton Road, Malvern Hills, West Midlands, £235,000, cash buyer. 2 bedroom detached bungalow for sale in Mill Street in Shropshire, West Midlands, £200,000. That's got a low EPC. 3 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Tamworth, West Midlands, £210,000. It's only got a short lease, so it's not mortgageable. 2 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Tinwald, Harrogate, Yorkshire in the Humber, £175,000. It's got a low EPC. 2 bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Rydale, Yorkshire and the Humber, £299,950. It's got a low EPC. 3 bedroom terraced house for sale in 28 Balfour Street in York, Yorkshire and Humber area, £210,000 for a cash buyer. 2 bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Ossett in Kirklees, Yorkshire and the Humber area, £76,500. So it's got a low EPC. 3 bedroom terraced house for sale in Beechwood in Bradford, Yorkshire and the Humber, £110,000, low EPC. 4 bedroom house for sale in Roman View, Leeds, Yorkshire and Humber area, £250,000 to a cash buyer. Plot for sale in Thornton Wattless, Ripon, North Yorkshire, Harrogate, £395,000. It's in poor condition. 4 bedroom terraced house for sale in Nunroyd Road in Harrogate, Yorkshire and the Humber area, £260,000, low EPC. 3 bedroom terraced house for sale in Harold Street, North East Lincolnshire, £55,000 to a cash buyer. 2 bedroom detached house for sale in Broadstones in Bradford, Yorkshire and Humber area, £90,000 to a cash buyer. 2 bedroom apartment for sale in Blanc Street, Sheffield, Yorkshire, £95,000 to a cash buyer. 2 bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Bankside, Kirklees, Yorkshire and Humber, £120,000. It's got a low EPC. 3 bedroom end of terraced house for sale in Scarborough, Yorkshire and Humber, £139,950. Got a low EPC. 4 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Broome, Rotherham, Yorkshire and the Humber, £200,000 for a quick sale. 3 bedroom semi-detached house for sale in Bethune in Kingston upon Hull, Yorkshire and Humber area, £145,000, a repossession. So if you're interested in these or any other deals anywhere in the UK, then contact Alan at Alpus Group on 07539 141257 or 0333 224 1257. You can schedule a call with me at calendly.com/AlanJE, or you can drop me an email at alan@alpusgroup.com. These are our below market value deals, but we've got lots of other deals as well on different databases. So if you want to call us about any of the deals, there's a map there of all the ones that I've called out today all over the UK. Then give us a call and we can discuss what you're looking for and try and put together a deal for you. Cheers for now.